Davon left Jamaica with more than just a suitcase. He carried his mother's last words in his heart. No matter how hard it gets, don't come back the same. He promised her he wouldn't. America didn't welcome him the way he imagined. At first, everything felt possible. Bright lights, busy streets, people moving like they all had somewhere important to be. Davon believed he would find his place among them. But time slipped through his fingers. Days turned into months, and before he could fix his situation, his visa expired. That's when the fear started. He wanted to stay with family, thinking blood would mean protection. Instead, it became his first real heartbreak. They watched him struggle and called him lazy. They ate while he pretended he wasn't hungry. One night, after a long argument, his cousin threw his bag outside and said, "You're not our problem anymore." The door slammed. Davon stood there in the cold, staring at the same people he once trusted, now strangers behind a locked door. That night was the first time he slept outside. The streets were unforgiving. Nights are the worst, cold biting through his clothes, hunger twisting his stomach, sleep interrupted by fear. Some days, kind strangers let him crash on their couch. Other nights, he stayed awake, holding his bag tight, just in case someone tried to take what little he had left. 9 months felt like a lifetime. There were moments he almost gave up. One night, sitting alone under a flickering streetlight, tears rolled down his face. He whispered, "Mama, I'm trying," but the silence gave no answer. Still, something inside him refused to break. One morning, weak and desperate, he walked past a construction site. The sound of hammers echoed like a chant. He stood there for a long time, fighting his pride, before finally asking for work. The foreman looked at him and said, "Cash, no papers. You keep up, you stay." Davon nodded, even though his body was already tired. The work nearly broke him. His hands bled. His muscles screamed. He worked through pain, hunger, and exhaustion. But every dollar he earned felt like a step out of darkness. Slowly, painfully, he saved enough to rent a tiny room. It had cracked walls, a weak light, and a bed that creaked, but to Davon, it felt like a palace. For the first time in months, he locked the door behind him and felt safe. At night, loneliness crept in. That's when he found her. Her name was Alina. It started with a simple message. Then another. Soon, they were talking every night. He told her everything, the streets, the pain, the fear he never showed anyone. He expected her to leave like everyone else. She didn't. Instead, she said, "You're still standing. That means you're stronger than all of it." Those words stayed with him. When they finally met, Davon was nervous. He didn't feel like the man she deserved. But when she saw him, she smiled like she had been waiting her whole life. Alina didn't see a broken man. She saw a survivor. They built something real, something honest. Not long after, they got married. With her by his side, Davon's life began to change. He found steady work, learned skills, and slowly stepped into a future he once thought was impossible. Years later, standing in front of his own home, Davon held Alina's hand and looked at everything they built together. The same man who once slept on the streets now had a place to call his own. But what meant the most wasn't the house or the success. It was the fact that he kept his promise. He didn't come back the same. He came back stronger.